Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and welcome to the show, y'all. I'm going to get straight to it. You could hear this young dude crying through the vents, y'all. You can hear him crying through the vents. And when Miss Phillips and them come up in there, they get him up out of there. And we watched him going down the steps. I'm watching him. He got on the sweatpants. It looked like he'd been pissing all over himself and all kinds of other things. You understand what I'm saying? Use your imagination in that, y'all. Use your imagination. And I felt bad for him, but I was happy that he was out of that cell. Now, Big Drew, he's standing up on the door, and he yelling, y'all better stay out of my business, always in my business, this and that. Now listen to me, y'all. Look, we like young hyenas. You feel me? Young hyenas. Been waiting on the chance to get him. Been waiting on it. And now that there's no danger to nobody else, he don't even know what he got coming. He has no clue what he's about to get. Now this is a big dude. He doing push-ups, pull-ups, everything. Huge. Forearms look like Popeye. You understand what I'm saying? But see, we got some he don't got. We got numbers. Yeah. And some of us are willing to take that first lick just to tie him up. And when we tie him up, it's gonna be an ugly day. It's gonna be an ugly day. And it took a while because they didn't want to let him out. Now they letting us out, but they kept him in there because they got him pending investigation. And they get running, you know what I'm saying? They move him to another pod, safekeeping pod, you know what I'm saying? And they got him in and they questioning and all this. And he tell them what had been happening since he got moved in on night one. Dude tore into him, beat him, made him do all kinds of things for some change. You feel me? It's terrible. But he was in a safer place now and he could tell them everything that happened. So now, we out on the rock. Big Drew, they ain't letting him out. It took about a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. They finally let him out. But that whole time, he been behind that door woofing about what he gonna do to the gangsters. Woofing about it. He calling us out by cell number and everything. He didn't know our name. Calling us out by cell number and everything. And we laying down in the bunk, chilling, you know what I'm saying, talking on each other on the vent, like we ain't paying no attention to him. But what he didn't even know, we talking in code. We talking in code. Everybody understood what we were talking about as a gangster, but him. He thinking we just having a casual conversation. We deciding how far we gonna go with him. We had some brothers saying put him to sleep. We had other brothers saying, nah, I ain't got time to be taking no more charge. I told him that too. I ain't even went to court on everything. You feel what I'm saying? So look here, this what we gonna do. This what we gonna do. When we get him out there, gonna beat him. Beat him real good. Do everything, not the sex stuff. Don't get it twisted. But all the beating, we gonna do that to him. Same thing he did to Ronnie, he gonna get. He gave Ronnie 2 raccoons. We finna give him 2 raccoons. Yeah. One of the brothers said we're gonna beat him until he piss on himself. I said, I'm with all that. Look here. They finally let him out. And when we first seen him, it was like he been in there doing extra push-ups. It's like he done grew a couple of inches tall and all kind of stuff. He come out, you know what I'm saying? He walking down the steps and called it straight out. He said, man, y'all ready? So y'all in my business. He said, somebody finna replace Ronnie. Oh, when he said that, we all stood up. So what you say? He said, one of y'all going in that cell with me. Oh, he tripping. Man, we circled around him, right? And he looking around. He got his hands out. You know, he looking around trying to figure out which one to cut into, right? So we making that circle small. Because when he do run, he ain't going to have time to do nothing but put his hands on one of us, and then the rest of us going to pop him down. And sure enough, he ran straight at me. When he ran at me, I reached out and touched him with that 2-piece. Hard as I could, but he kept coming. But by the time he got all the way up on me and put his hands around my neck, oh, he had me by my neck. He got his hands around my neck. Brother them done hit him so many times, man. He let me go, trying to turn around. When he turned around and let me go, I grabbed him by his head and I'm trying to choke him, and then he dropped down to his knees. I said, oh my goodness. I said, I don't know what you did that for. I'm talking to him now. I'm on his back. I got my legs wrapped around him. I got my arms around his neck. I said, oh, you through now? And we got him like that, and then I fall down on my back. And I'm holding him like that. I got him, my legs wrapped around him, and I got my arm around his neck, and I'm stretching him out. He got his hands, he trying to scratch at my forearm. He hit me in my face, brought them, tearing him apart. And guess what happened? This big dangerous, scary person. Guess what he did? He started crying. He started crying. Please, y'all stop. I won't do it no more. I tightened my grip on, said, shut up. But them kept breaking him off. Just kept breaking him off. Beating him up. Man, I'm sorry. I said, shut up. Shut up. You gonna get everything that he got. So I'm holding him, right? I got his head. You know, I told you I got his head and, you know what I'm saying, got him by his neck. So I said, bro, hit him in his eyes, bro. Hit him in his eyes. Bro, and them lining up. Pow! Pow! They hit him in his eyes. I could see he trying to move. I said, move again. Move again. So he stayed there and tried to take it. Raccooned him up real good. By then, here come the police. The police running there. Y'all get off of him. Ah! And guess who was leading the charge? Miss Phillips. Now I told y'all Miss Phillips didn't play. She by the rules. You understand? Now even though she knew what Big Drew had done to Ronnie, she still ain't finna let us do what we was doing to him. But look here, she came in there, she said, I'm not playing with y'all, let him go. So brother and them all get up, I let him go, you know what I'm saying, and push him up off of me. And then I stood up, he laying there on the ground, face down. And she was like, you need to see the doctor. He didn't say nothing. But he's trying to get up. He did. I'm talking about straight dome shots. We got him to pumpkin head him. You know what I'm saying? He get up. She said, oh my Lord. Then when I looked at him, it kind of spooked me. You know, because you got to remember, I was behind him choking him out. They been working him in the face, man. He looked like Martin Long. You remember Martin Long's show? He looked like Martin did that time his head was swollen up. Oh yeah. Kind of spooked me for a minute. Kind of spooked me. He walked right back up them steps and went right back in that cell. Miss Phillips looked at everyone. She said, now all of y'all, you know what it is. Yes, ma'am. Now get on in them cells. Yes, ma'am. We walked up the steps. We looked back. We could see her. She's shaking her head. She had a smile on her face. She's shaking her head. She said, y'all terrible. She said, ain't nobody going to be doing that up in this part no more. Then we going in, right? We young and wild. We yelling it out. All y'all booty bandits up here, you thinking you going to be on that? Ain't nobody doing that up in here no more. If you going to be doing it, you finna get up out of this part. Look here. She looked at us and smiled. Kind of shook her head, but really didn't shake her head, right? That's when we knew we done let everybody know. This our part. Y'all ain't doing that up in here. So about an hour later, the nurses and the doctor, they come in, they go over there, they treat Big Drew. They got him, you know what I'm saying, take him out, treat him, bring him back. He got bandages wrapped all around his head like he a mummy or something like that, right? But guess what? He quit doing that nonsense. See, I wanted y'all to hear this story because I want you to understand that some people in here ain't gonna never have your best interest at heart. And they gonna do some things to you that you ain't gonna wanna do because they sick. So don't be doing whatever out there to end up in here. You don't want this life. Yeah, it's a whole lot of other reasons. I can give you a list of 1,000 reasons why you don't want this. This is just one. You don't want to live your life like this, having to worry about somebody doing something to you. You don't want to live your life in a place like this, having to worry about, the police telling you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Stay free. And when I say stay free, I don't mean just physically free, mentally free. Mentally free from that mindset that'll capture you and have you thinking that doing wrong is right. Stay free of that. Stay free of that because that's where true freedom lies. Come on now. You don't want this. If I say it once, I say it 1,000 times, you don't want this, right? Prison, listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. Prison don't just create monsters. Sometimes it'll feed you to a monster. Now Ronnie messed up. Years later when he got out of the penitentiary, he still had that look in his face. I hope if he's listening to this, I hope he know that we did the best we could for his situation. You feel what I'm saying? I wish him all the best. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.
I'm getting so tired.